I love her to death. And she was the first person that I wanted to build the business with. And she told me no and then made fun of me for literally a year and a half. Like, would tell me how stupid I was and how this was so dumb. And I just kept telling her how this was going to help her diabetes and it was going to make her a faster runner because she's a marathon runner. And she just continued to laugh and laugh and laugh. And I was like, I'm not going to give up on Anne Marie, right? So finally, in my diamond month, I got her to sign up and I put her under my position, which is a real shame right now. I can't even tell you. Because had I put her under Sean, he would be going Sapphire right now. But it's fine. Everything's fine. It's making my diamond position even stronger, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that. But it took me another 3 years to convince her to do the business. She was a gold ambassador from like loving the products and just saying things here and there to people in person. She had got to gold all by herself. And I could just not get her to catch the vision of the business. We are talking like hours and hours and years of these hour-long talks. And her telling me, no, it's great for you, but I'm like an attorney. And so I don't really need your little thing that you have going here, right? And I just kept saying, like, I know her so well that I'm like, no, you would love this. Like, you would love this more than anything you've ever done, and you have to do it with me. And 3 years of that, and finally in December, she was like, I think I want to be senior gold. So she went senior gold, and now she is 1,100 points today.
Wow.
So she has just gone through the ranks like I knew she would, like I've been telling her for 3 years. And so the biggest tip that I can give to you, I think a lot of times we do this, right? We give it our best effort. We get told so many times, no. And we know people so well. And we're like, oh, it's probably never going to happen for her. I should just give up on that person. Right? I know everyone says like, don't ever give up. But like, there were times where I was like, I should just give up on this because she's so stubborn. She's more stubborn than me. Like, I'm never going to be able to get her to do this. But I just kept trying like it was an addiction, that I was like a game. Like, no, I'm going to figure out a way to get her to love this because I know she's going to love it. Like, I know she's going to love it if she just does it. And I'm so glad that I just never gave up. So, and then one of the girls that I enrolled today, I've been working on her for 5 years. And then I have another person who told me she's ready to sign up today, who I've been working on for 5 years. So it will be 5 once I get her to do it. I'll have 5. I have 4 signups right now. And tomorrow it will be 5 because I'm going to get her to do it because she knows she needs it, but she just doesn't like that she can't pay with Venmo. And I'm like, we've got to figure this out. I know I can do this. So anyway, the point is that 2 of my 5 enrollments this month are coming from people that I've been following up with for 5 years that I just never gave up on. And I look back on my messages with this one that's going to sign up, because I'm not going to let her, I'm not going to let her stop. She's done this to me like 3 times over the last 2 years, but it's fine. This time is going to be the time where she's going to do it. Yes, absolutely. And when I looked back at our messages today, when she finally was like, okay, it's time, she has ghosted every single follow-up of mine for the last year. But I'm like, look how diligent I've been. Right? And her daughter-in-law sells it. And I just assumed she just decided to get it from her because she was getting it. Like, I had been following up with her. She was in my neighborhood. And then I kept following up with her. But at some time, she joined another team on Brooke's team outside of mine. Like, somebody down in there, it was just her daughter-in-law, right? I didn't know her daughter-in-law. We didn't have a connection. So, and so when I had followed up with her a year ago, And the last time she told me no, she was like, yeah, I probably have to get it for my daughter-in-law. And I was like, I hope you don't. I hope you'll get it for me, because I've been talking about this for 4 years. I've sent you samples. We've worked together, and I really want to sponsor you, and I want to work with you, and I want to see you do this. Wow. And I think a lot of times that we're like, oh yeah. But I really fight for, not in a disrespectful way, but I just make sure people know like where my heart is, and that I want them, and that they're important to me, and that I want to help them. I want to be the person to see this through with them, so that I have no regrets. Because if she went with her daughter-in-law, which I assumed she had, because she ignored me for the last year, I just assumed she'd gotten it from her and signed up with her. If I had just like given up on her, then she wouldn't have known who to come to. But I have been still following up. And Sean goes like, how do you know when to stop? And I say, when they tell me stop, that's it. That's the only time. Like, and for example, I had a friend once who was like, I love you, and I'm never going to get Plexus. Please stop messaging me about it. And I was like, perfect, no problem. See you next week, girl. Like, and then I've never talked to her about Plexus again. Right? Yes. And so like, follow up forever, because they are going to know that you love them, and they are going to know that you are the person to come to. Like, I got my Scentsy girl. She sends me samples every single month of the product of the month. She sends me little mailers, little notes. I've literally danced around with like 5 different girls, depending on where I lived. I will never not get it from Amber ever again, because Amber constantly shows up with her mailers and her samples. I'm like, perfect, Amber, you're my girl forever. Thanks so much for investing in me. That's who you want to be, that person who invests in people. Anyway, I'll stop talking now. That's my tip for you.
I wasn't expecting you to step on my toes. Goodness. I love it. Aw. Tracy, did you have anything you wanted to add?
Well, that's exactly, whatever she's saying is exactly what I've made a video holding my Plexus ball that I got when I won Silver Stars, and they gave me like this, I don't know, Nerf ball that said Plexus on it. And I made this that was one of my first videos for my team. I was holding the ball, and I dropped the ball. And I said, don't drop the ball. Don't. Just scroll back, look at your conversations. If you're not organized enough to write it down, which I am not. I really need a book to keep track of things, but I do not. So I just scroll back, and I look at where it dropped off. And when they ghost you, doesn't mean they don't want it. It means they got a text, and then their kid fell off their bike or whatever. It doesn't mean they hate you or they don't want the products. How many times do we not answer people? All the time. And it's not that, like right now, I've been trying to buy these lipsticks for a month for my friend, and it's just things keep happening. And I'm like, I'm really sorry. I really, really want those lipsticks. I just, so you have to look at it that way. And not giving up on people is thorough belief that when they put those products in their body, they're going to get benefit. It's going to benefit their life. Everything pivots on your health. So if you believe that, you won't give up on those people.
Follow up forever.
Amen.
I love it.
Amen.
Yes.
Congratulations, Tracy. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you for coming.
Yes.
Thank you, Emily.
I'll see you in Mexico.
Yeah, you will.
Yay. Keep showing me your pool. I love it.
I will.
I love the time lapse stuff. That's like, I could watch that like 7,000 times.
I just posted one before I got on here. So it's
oh, good.
It's in the story, not in the main feed. It's not like, it's just like them getting ready for the exciting stuff tomorrow. So.
Okay. I'll be
Bye,
waiting.
Guys.
Thank you. Aww.
That was awesome, Amy. How did you do that?
I just love you. So basically her advice, I don't know her super well. I also am like, whoa, Emily Gibson. She's a big deal in our company, right?
Yeah,
so
she is.
a person, and we don't really have a personal connection really. But I asked her because I love you. And I just said, you know what? The worst that's going to happen is she's going to say no. And guess how she responded?
She has answered me over the years. She has. I mean, she's,
She wrote,
she's really real.
So sweet, and exclamation points. And then she wrote, yes, 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 yes. I would love that. So that's our company, you guys. Like, that is our company. Victoria,